What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports, and baseball is back. Baseball is back. They literally just agreed to a new CBA. Oh my God, the anticipation, the wait, everything. Oh my goodness, I am so ecstatic right now. Jesus Christ, let's go. Baseball is back. Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. Oh my God, it's been such a long way, and I'm gonna bring up a share screen right now because this is just amazing. This is just amazing. Baseball is back, boys. Baseball is back. Yes, we are back. Baseball is back. I'm just constantly just oh, players voted 26-12 in favor. Oh my God. Oh my God, I did not expect that whatsoever. I didn't expect that to be that much of a favorable vote. Jeez. I just I don't know. I don't know right now, boys. It's just it's so ecstatic. I am so ecstatic right now. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. Hey Ryan, how you doing? I see you in the chat right there. But before we get into discussing more of this, like I said, welcome back to TTP Sports, everyone. And if you are new to the channel, the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. So if you're looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events, this is the place to be at. Depending on the outcome, great or miserable, depending on the outcome. And this is a great outcome. Really great. Also, if you're looking for tickets to upcoming sporting events, concerts, whatever you can think of, use the code TTP Sports down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So now you can finally get tickets to baseball games. Definitely use that code down below. Also, if you want to see some Sixers games, James Harden, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, go use that as well. If you want to put yourself through a Flyers game, if you want to try to do that, use that as well. And also when football season comes back, use the code TTP Sports down below. Free $20 in your pocket for beer, for food at the arena, everything down below. Cannot deny that whatsoever. So, baseball's back. Baseball is back, and exactly, Ryan. Let free agency begin. Ooh. I'm just so happy now. And I'm not sure if I want to make this more of a traditional video or something like that. I know I've been doing the live streams like the past couple of times, but I kind of want this to just be more of a live stream than anything. Just, just be happy and be ecstatic that baseball is back. And oh my God, it just imagine the next 24 to 48 hours of baseball off season. Oh my God, the free agency window. I think that opens up tonight, doesn't it? I think free agency opens up tonight. And oh my God, I am so excited just to see all the signings that are going to happen. One, what the Phillies are going to do, just where all these other top free agents are going to go, and then just everything in general. My goodness. And I think they said if they were to agree on the deal today, that spring training would start around March 17th, and then opening day would be around April 7th. So we're not that far away. We are not that far away from the season. That's basically if it starts on March 17th, spring training, that's a week away. That's a week away from today. And I'm just going to be like right now, like I got the phone up and I'm texting people right now. So one, I got to send that text to my father just so he knows, because he was just like, oh, we're probably not going to get anything done today. So I got to send that text message out. Man, I am so happy. I am so happy. Oh my God. I just can't. I just can't right now. It is so happy. Oh my. I'm just going to bring up Twitter once again just to keep scrolling through just to see where everything is going to. The tweet of Reese Hoskins right there. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. This is so fun. I like this is probably really happy. Like I said, I talked about this in the Rasmus Ristolainen video for the Flyers. I knew this was going to be a long day because you had that happen this afternoon, and then you have the possible situation of baseball hopefully agreeing to something, and thankfully they did. Thankfully they did agree to something, and now eventually we're going to have the Sixers later tonight, and then we're going to have the Flyers again later tonight. So got this stream, and then probably for those 2 games, I'll probably just do regular videos just because it's back to back and stuff like that. I'd rather just do videos for something like that. But man, I am just I want to hear like I see people joining up the stream. I know it's only 2 people, but still, like I know Ryan, you're in here. What any other people that want to join, just like keeps expressing your emotions, everyone, because this is just a great time to be a baseball fan and everything. My goodness, man. We get to see Bryce Harper. We get to see reigning MVP Bryce Harper back on the field. We get to see Zach Wheeler, who was the runner-up for the Cy Young last year. We get to see all the other Phillies players, JT Realmuto. We get to see hopefully Bryson Stott make a case for this season. Who other like whatever other signings the Phillies are planning to do. Man, like it's so. And I was very skeptical at the same time with this deal going down because you knew MLB had to throw some type of poison pill into the pack, because when the players were voting, they're like, "Oh yeah, also, can you drop the $500 million lawsuit that you did during the COVID season?" I'm just like, really? Like, are you seriously trying to get the players to disagree once again? And then there were the rumors about maybe it's a couple of Mets players or people that are part of the Mets that are just, that are just part of the Mets that don't want, the season because of all the new stuff with the taxes that's going to be happening with the new CBT and the luxury tax and everything like that. But Jesus, my God, baseball is back. Yeah, right here from Bob Nightingale. The players union accept the deal, and once owners agree, which is for a formality, it's official. Opening day is April 7th. So right now, and with the little quick notes right here from Matt, always like looking at Matadelphia right here, saying that let me bring up the stream actually. So we got 9 inning doubleheaders are back. No more men on the second. I don't even know what that means. Oh, no more men on second base to start extra innings. So hopefully that's good. Opening day to start April 7th. Lockout officially ends. Play ball and Chris Bryant come to the Phillies. Oh man, this is so fun. Oh man, hey Hunter, how you doing? My God, my God, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Maybe Kyle Schwarber, maybe Nick Castellanos, so we can have all the Nick Castellanos memes. I don't know. I trust in Dave Dombrowski. I trust in Dave Dombrowski fully. I do. I do trust in Dave Dombrowski. My goodness. My goodness. And I'm just like looking at like my one Discord chat that I have right here. Just uh like seriously, if it's like Kyle Schwarber, if it's Nick Castellanos, bring me in. I trust it. I know Dave Dombrowski, especially now with the new luxury tax, they're going to spend. I'm sure John Middleton now. Okay, we got a luxury tax a little bit higher. Everyone, we're going to spend some more money to get some more players onto this roster. So I would love a Kyle Schwarber or a Nick Castellanos, any of those guys. And I would assume they're also going to go after a guy like a Chris Bryant or anything like that. I don't think they're going to go after a guy like a Carlos Correa or anything, because I feel like that'll just be too much money. But I know Trevor Story is also going to be involved as well because of all those rumors with the Phillies. So it's going to be very interesting. It really is. And I see a couple more people joining in on the stream. So definitely, if you are here for baseball, just like show me your excitement. Like go in the live feed right now, because I'm not treating this like a normal video. I'm treating this more like a live stream. I want to talk to people, and I just want to, get everyone's feeling right here, because this is more of just a hangout type of thing, just to enjoy everything. We got 808s and crab cake. Thank God, man. I knew we'd be back, but you were worried it was gonna. Yeah, dude. I completely agree with that. I completely agree. It was going to last way longer than anticipated, just because of everything that baseball was doing, what the owners were doing, consistently just lowballing the players in every single deal. Just, my God. Yeah, Ryan says it right here. Definitely bullpen help. But yeah, bullpen help is definitely a must for the Phillies as well. I'm not sure how they're going to go about that, if it's going to be a couple of trades or even more free agent signings. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but man, fun. It's just fun. It's just really, really fun. I see some people are now. Jimmy Rollins just tweeted, "Baseball is back." My God, it's fun. It's really fun. And I see a question right here from Carter H saying it's not baseball related, but Flyers related. Yeah, if you want to throw a Flyers question, this, like I said, this is more of a traditional, more live stream than a video or anything. So if you want to throw in any other questions like that, go ahead. I don't mind it whatsoever. What's your thoughts on Kevin Denis being the next coach? Not really looking into that. I've never really heard him as a name, possibly for a Flyers head coaching position. I know you're probably going to be hearing more of the names that are on the market, like a Claude Julien, like a Rick Tocchet, John Tortorella, those type of guys. Maybe a Jim Montgomery, who is also on the market. I wouldn't mind a Jim Montgomery because he's won at every level he's coached, but that's at the end up to the decision of Chuck Fletcher and everything right there. So if you want to hear, I don't know if you tuned into my Ristolainen video. If you want to go do that when this stream is over, go ahead and definitely just go check out my thoughts there. But still, just it's just really fun. It is so fun just to think about it right now. Just thinking about the Phillies and just opening day, seeing Citizens Bank Park just packed for opening day, just seeing spring training, because like we're in the second week of March or something like that. Yeah, second week of March. Tomorrow 10th. What the hell am I talking about? But yeah, just like there was like a couple of days, last week with very like nice weather out, and I'm just like thinking to myself, it's like it's March, it's during the afternoon. I should be watching spring training baseball right now. I should be putting the Phillies on my television. I should be able to watch some spring training games down in Clearwater just on the television, watching Tom McCarthy on the call, just everything there, and it's just like, man, we're really getting robbed of watching that, and thankfully, it's done. Thankfully, it's finally done. And I'm just consistently just rolling up through Twitter right now. Okay, so Bob Nightingale just posted here once as well, saying that full season, full pay season will be extended by 3 days with doubleheaders to make up for the April 7th opening day. Man, my goodness. My goodness. And I see a comment right down here. For some reason, it's not popping up. Oh, here we go. We got Ryan saying, can't wait to see some Harper bombs. Yeah, I can't wait to see Bryce Harper. I am so ecstatic just to see rating MVP, NL MVP Bryce Harper. My God, I just can't wait to see what Dave Dombrowski does. I can't wait to see. Is he already on the phones talking to agents? Is he talking to players right now? Like, were there like discussions before the lockout even happened that Dave was happening with certain players? I know Kyle Schwarber was one of those guys. I know Nick Castellanos is one of those guys that's brought up a lot. Same thing with Trevor Story and a bunch of other people as well. Chris Bryant too. Are we going to reunite Chris Bryant with Bryce Harper? They get the Vegas boys in here. And also, you'll have a Bryson Stott called up as well. So you'll have 3 kids from Vegas on the Phillies roster. Well, not kids. 2 of them are full-grown adults, and 2 of them are NL reigning. Or 2 of them are NL MVPs. Bryant won it once, and Bryce Harper has won it twice. And then maybe will Bryson Stott be a future NL MVP? Who knows? And granted, like a lot of this is just me being very overly dramatic and talking about, oh, Bryce Harper's going to win another MVP role. I'm just excited that baseball is back. I really am. I really am. It's just a very, very, and basically all of Twitter right now is just saying MLB is fun. Oh my God. But still, like, yeah, like, of course, like everything that was going down with the owners, I hope they come out with the details of the new bargaining agreement just to see because if I go to, let me bring up Bob Nightingale because one of the MLB insiders, just so I can see what the newest offer is right now. Okay. So this is the newest proposal right now. Looks like this is what it's going to be. So, or that's just how I'm trying to find out like what the proposal was for today. I know someone did post it right there, and I'm trying to figure that out. If I can find like whoever, was it like John Heyman that posted it? It might have been John Heyman. So I honestly can. It's funny too, even going through this afternoon, seeing Jeff Passan getting hacked. It just like his entire account became something for NFTs. So it was just like, what the hell is going on here? Did the owners hack Jeff Passan so he couldn't say anything in favor of the players? So it was just like, what the hell is going on here? My God. I need to see like where these. Oh yeah. Also, it sounds like the international draft has been agreed upon. I'm not sure when that is going to start, but it does sound like that was something that has been agreed. So I don't think it was Jeff Passan. It might have been John Heyman that said something about the what the offer was for today. So if I go to John Heyman, then I know John Heyman's more in like the owners like panel and stuff like that. But I want to see what John Heyman has set up, because I want to get these details on what the new clause is going to be. So this is the counter proposal. Okay. Union awaits counter proposal. Blah 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 blah. If I can find something here, I guess there's like no clear cuts, like I guess statistics just to see what's happening right here. But I guess it's you're gonna have to wait until, I guess, MLB officially like posts something like that. But I know I really want to find this like minimum the new CBT and the new luxury tax, because I know it's going up. It's going up by a little bit right here, and it's going to increase by a certain amount like every single season. I think until, what was it, like 2027 or something. I'm not sure how long this new proposal is going to be, but I know like one of the agreements that they were talking about a couple of days ago, where like the owners gave the players union like 3 different options or something like that, and then they said, like, if you don't agree to any of this, we're going to delay more things or something. But and I got my cousin texting me now saying that baseball is back, and it's like, oh man, it is a great time. It is really a great time, because like, in just like in general, like with the way I grew up with sports, like baseball, like I know baseball is a dying sport, and hopefully this is like something that brings it, like, hopefully that is a spam message. Okay, can I get that off my screen? Okay, okay, block that, I guess. But okay, we got some spam in the live chat, which is something that I am accustomed to with YouTube. But yeah, just looking at, so we got okay, I got the update on my phone too. So CBA deal is reached. So can I get some details, just talking about like what the implications are with this thing? So okay, MLB app, just let me read it. Just let me read it. Continue to the free app. Okay, here we go. So if I can find, okay, it's a 5-year deal. Okay, so this is from the MLB app right now. So we got the deal comes into fruition a day after MLB postponed opening day until April 14th in the absence of the new agreement, and announced that each team's first 4 series were removed from the schedule. Oh God, and talking about all that crap with my God. So we got a, okay, here we go. However, as a part of the agreement, a full 162 schedule will be played, and the 4 series that were previously removed from the calendar will be rescheduled. The makeup games that came up as a result of the delay will be rescheduled as 9-inning doubleheaders. The new 5-year CBA is expected to include increased minimum salaries, a new pre-arbitration bonus pool to reward the top young players in the game, a raise in the competitive balance tax thresholds, the introduction of a universal DH. So that's going to be very fun to see. And as I see more spam in the chat, so I'm just going to really ignore that right now. Where was I at? Designated hitter, the widest ranging draft lottery in pro sports, elimination of draft pick compensation for signed free agents, a system to prevent alleged service time manipulation, limits on the number of times a player can be optioned in a season, and a 12-team postseason. There will also be an evaluation. There will also be the evaluation of the international draft. So it sounds like what they were talking about yesterday, because it did sound like the players were against the international draft, but now it sounds like this is going to be a process that's going to take maybe a couple of years just to implement. So right now, I think they're saying the deadline for that it's going to be like around November or something like that to fully agree on it and to fully go into that process. But if they don't agree to anything like that by that November deadline, it's going to be going back to the traditional ways of how international free agents are signed and how clubs get to access the international market. So that's something that's going to be talked about as, I guess, the season goes along. But still, that's something that was one of the major negotiation tactics. And it's one of those things that, it's helping baseball, right? Well, even though I know there's like a lot of like, talking about with the international draft, like I know David Ortiz he says he wasn't like fully for it, but he says it's something that needs to be implemented throughout like the progress of years and not like immediately implemented. Like he was talking about maybe this needs to be implemented and slowly integrated a couple of years down the line. So that's what something he was talking about. And I do agree with that, with what he was talking about, because of the way it does impact the international markets, Dominican Republic, on how, that money is used to help utilize, the communities down there. So this is something that needs to be fully like looked into, get the right people in to work this progress and to get people that know the communities, because right now you can't have like guys with baseball run that. You need to get the right people that can run that stuff, that knows how to, that is involved in those communities. So That's something that's gonna be talked about as okay, so finishing this article right here. Once the CBA is finalized, teams around the league will turn their attention to completing their offseason business as more than 200 players remain on the free agent market, including notable names such as Carlos Correa, Freddie Freeman, Chris Bryant, and Trevor Story. This is a developing story. We will update it more as details become available. So, oh yeah, that's also one of the other free agents I forgot. Freddie Freeman. Where the hell is he going to sign? Because I know now with there was a bunch of rumors like saying like he could have signed with the Mets. The Rays were one of the teams that offered him before the lockout was put into, and that's the thing. Like I can't see Freddie Freeman not in a Braves uniform. I just literally just can't see that in general. So is he gonna resign with the Braves? Because I know like the Braves owner is kind of cheap, and like when you see the account, well, not the accounts, the contracts for Albies and Acuna, the way like don't you think like those type of two contracts with the amount of money they're making per season, wouldn't you think like for how cheap they are, wouldn't you think that prepares them to re-sign a guy like a Freddie Freeman to a max contract to what he wants? So that's something to talk about right there. Because I do think at the end of the day, Freddie Freeman does re-sign with Atlanta. I don't see him going anywhere else. And if he does go somewhere else, it's either like a one of the bigger market teams like the Dodgers, like maybe possibly the Yankees. Does he go to the Mets? I don't think so, just because of all the money they're spending right now with like the pitching and everything else. I don't see the Mets getting. I don't see the Rays signing Freddie Freeman. They're a cheap organization. Do you really think they're going to pay that much for Freddie Freeman? But yeah, Freddie Freeman on the Phillies? Probably not. But still, yeah, there's so many other free agents right now. I want to look at the rest of the free agents right now for baseball. So let me look that up. MLB free agents 2022. Let me bring these details up right now. So I already know Corey Seager. Okay, so we got the updated UFAs. So I'm assuming this is updated right now. So Corey Seager, we knew he signed with Texas. Same thing with Marcus Semien. Javier Baez, he went to Detroit. Max Scherzer, he got that gigantic contract from the Mets for 3 years. Robbie Ray went to Seattle. Starling Marte, he signed with the Mets. Stroman, he signed with the Cubs. Who else? John Gray, he signed with the Texas Rangers. Verlander, he's sticking with Houston. Anyone else? So if I had Corey Knebel, he signed with the Phillies. James Paxton with the Boston. Corey Kluber went to Tampa Bay, apparently. Who else? Cesar Hernandez, former Philly, went to Washington. I'm trying to find the bigger free agents here. I don't know why they're not popping up. So if I go to maybe shortstops, so just to fill that out. So shortstops, here we go. Trevor Story, still waiting to be, his market value right now is $29 million. Apparently, Story, according to this website, his market value is higher than Carlos Correa, which I don't expect to happen. I do expect Correa to get more because I feel like Correa, just with the experience winning the World Series with the Astros, regardless of if they cheated or not, yeah, I do think Correa is eventually going to get more on the market, but who knows? I do think the Phillies, if they were to go into this range, I do feel like they go after a Story more than a Carlos Correa. But I feel like they're going to, stray away towards that possibly and more focus to guys like Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, possibly a Chris Bryant. I think those are the type of players they're trying to focus on more because with Chris Bryant, and there's so many question marks in the infield right now because who's going to be your starting shortstop? Is it going to be Didi Gregorius for the last year of his contract, or is Bryson Stott going to make the push and become the opening day shortstop? Third base, that's still going to be a major question mark, and everything with the DH as well. Because even you can sign Nick Castellanos, he could be your DH. Same thing with Kyle Schwarber, he could be your DH, but then you still have other holes to fill. Because if you sign a Schwarber or a Nick Castellanos, are those guys going to plug in the left field? Are they also going to plug into the DH from time to time? And then who's going to be your opening day center fielder? Is it going to be, are you going to run with a Matt Vierling, or are you going to sign someone in free agency or trade for someone possibly that can, be someone? I know Kevin Kiermaier from Tampa Bay was one of those guys that was possibly discussed for the Phillies. So that would be something interesting, like a really defensively known center fielder and one of the better defensive center fielders in the game, even though like his hitting is, not the best, but he's a really good, well-known defensive center fielder. So that could be something that's good for the Phillies. But are you going to sign Chris Bryant, who can play basically everywhere on the field? He can play the infield, he can play third base, shortstop, second base, he can play the outfield, left field, center field, whatever you want it. So he's really just a guy that could play all above the field and give you really good, like I would say, even though his hitting stats the past couple of seasons have been down, would you still be willing to sign like a guy like a Chris Bryant? Like, how much would Chris Bryant make? Would he make more of the he's definitely getting above 20 mil per season. We all know that, but is it going to be like around what JT Realmuto's getting, around that $25 million range? Is it going to be a little bit higher than that? That's something you got to wait to see right there. So, like, those big guys that are on the market, if we look at, I think third base would be the updated thing for Chris Bryant, if I can find him right here, because it's not listed here. So is Chris Bryant listed as an outfielder on this website? I'm trying to find that. Yeah, he is listed as an outfielder right now. And right now it says his market value is $23 million. And if you look at some other guys, it says Nick Castellanos, his market value is $21 million. Kyle Schwarber, it says his market value is around 12, 13. But I really think with the season Kyle Schwarber had last year, with how much of a power hitter he was with Washington, and then when he went to Boston, he just continued his ways, especially in the postseason. I'm expecting he's going to get at least above 15 mil. He might get in between 15 to 20 mil per season. So those are definitely some scenarios that you're going to have to go with if you're David Dombrowski. And just thinking of the pitching rotation right now in general, Zach Wheeler most likely is going to be your opening day starter. Aaron Nola, your number 2. And then are you going to run with a Kyle Gibson as your number 3, Ranger Suarez as your 4, or are you going to flip-flop Suarez as a 3, and then Kyle Gibson as the 4? And then are you going to go with a Zach Eflin as the 5? Are you okay with doing that this season? Or would you want to look into possibly the trade market and get another pitcher into the starting rotation, just because, even though I feel like right now the rotation might be the least of their worries, just because they do have a solid top 3, and I don't think Aaron Nola is going to have as bad of a season as he did last year, but he really does need to bounce back and prove that he can be the Aaron Nola of years past and just be very, very solid. And Ranger Suarez, is he going to have as dominant of the year as he did last year? I have no idea. That's the thing. But Ranger Suarez really broke out last year and proved to us that he can be at least a number 3, 4 type starter. And Zach Eflin, that's still a very big question mark right there. Kyle Gibson, he's a 4th, 5th starter in this league, so you know what you're getting from there. A guy that's going to pitch at least up to a 3.5 ERA at his best, and maybe at his average, it's at least a 4 ERA. That's basically what you can expect from a 4, 4, or 5th starter at this point in the league. So there's still a lot of question marks with this Phillies team right now, and especially when free agency does open up, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of stuff going up against this. So right here, there's something that let's see. So Ken Rosenthal just posted the executive subcommittee voted 8-0 against the deal, and teams voted 26-4 in favor of the deal. So basically, the big teams that were in. So basically, the MLBPA Association, or the union, was against it, but the players and the teams, they voted for it. So, okay. So the teams that were voting against the deal, the Mets, the Yankees, the Astros, and the Cardinals, those were the teams that voted against it. Okay, and Jeff Passan just posted a story to ESPN right now. So let's see what happens here with everything that is going down. So, okay. So starting this article with Jeff Passan. Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Association reached a tentative agreement on the new collective bargaining agreement Thursday, ending the league's 99-day lockout of the players and salvaging a 162-game season. Sources familiar with the situation tell ESPN. With the end of the second longest work stoppage in the game's history, spring training camps will open on Sunday, free agent signings and trades will abound, and baseball will attempt to return to some semblance of normalcy after months of fraught negotiations. The MLB materialized after talks ratcheted up this week when the league made a proposal that bridged a significant gap in the competitive balance tax, a key issue in the end stage of talks. A dispute over the international draft threatened negotiations and caused the league to remove from the schedule another 2 series Wednesday, but those issues were resolved Thursday morning, and the league delivered a full proposal to the union, which it voted to accept. The basic agreement governs all the aspects of the game, but baseball's core economics were the front and center of the labor talks. In addition to the competitive balance tax move, the minimum salary governing players with less than 3 years of major league service will be jumping from, it looks like, $570,000 to $700,000, growing to $780,000, and a bonus pool where $50 million will be distributed among those young players who have yet to reach salary arbitration. MLB has pushed for expanding postseason to 12 teams, which is going to be very, very interesting. And let me get this one page off. So a plan to which the MLBPA agreed to. Additionally, player uniforms will feature advertising for the first time. Oh, that's interesting. So we got advertisements on the jerseys this time, with patches on the jersey and decals on the batting helmets. Other elements of the deal include a 45-day window for MLB to implement the rule changes, among them a pitch clock, a ban on the shifts, and larger bases for the 2023 season. The National League is adopting a designated hitter. A draft lottery will be implemented with the intent of discouraging tanking. Draft pick inducements to discourage service time manipulations, limiting the number of times a player can be optioned to the minor leagues in one season. Talks on a new basic agreement began last year and moved slowly leading up to December 1st expiration of its previous version. The league and the union made little progress in the months prior, and Commissioner Rob Manfred locked out the players just past midnight on December 2nd. A 43-day gap in negotiations ensued, and by the time the scheduled opening of spring training in mid-February rolled around, the gaps between the parties were significant enough that the possibility of losing regular season games grew stronger. Manfred's cancellation of opening day a week ago rolled players who, after 2016 negotiation that led to drastic economic consequences, were intent on making significant financial gains beyond 2022. Player salaries have dropped over the past 4 seasons despite growing revenue that topped out of an estimated $10.7 billion in 2019. The significant rise in franchise values, which have almost quadrupled over the last 2 basic agreements, became a rallying cry for players. At the same time, the league, content with the current economic system, pushed back on the massive gains players hope to reap. Giving on the front end of the CBT allowed it to push for smaller year-over-year raises, and while the guarantees for young players amounted to around $100 million, the gains uncapped system allows teams to spend less on older players to balance out the added costs. In the end, baseball, a game still searching for resonance in an entertainment and sporting world with endless viewing options, wound up avoiding a doomsday scenario of a protracted work stoppage that wipes out a large chunk of the season. Now comes a frenzied free agent period where we'll see star shortstop Carlos Correa, first baseman Freddie Freeman, shortstop Trevor Story, pitcher Clayton Kershaw, third baseman Chris Bryant, and others sign. The Oakland A's could trade first baseman Matt Olson, third baseman Matt Chapman, and a number of starting pitchers. And while a March 31st opening date won't happen, baseball will return in early April, hoping for 5 years of labor peace, 5 years of prosperity, and 5 years to erase the ugliness of this winter. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting thing. Yeah, the draft lottery idea is definitely going to be interesting. I think it's, for what it sounds like, it's going to be the worst 6 teams, or the bottom 6 teams are going to be a part of the draft lottery now. I think it was like going from 7 to 8 or something like that. Or it was like the Players Union wanted 8, the MLB wanted 5, and then they agreed on 6. So that's something that it's going to be interesting right there. And it does feel, I do think the luxury tax is going to be higher than it was last season. So that's going to be a start. And it's going to keep rising a little bit each and every year until, the end of this next CBA. So that's something very interesting to look at right there. That is. And it's still weird though that the it's still very weird that the main members on the board, they all voted against this, but then basically the rest of the team's representatives, they voted for it. So that's very funny to see. And like I said, those teams were the Mets, the Yankees, the Astros, and the Cardinals that were voting against it. So that's some interesting things right there. And I know, like, the thing with the Mets saying like they don't want to vote for this just because of all, the penalties that are going above the luxury tax and spending a lot of money. And that's what the Mets have really done this offseason with guys like Marte, guys like Scherzer, and the money they've spent all the previous seasons as well. So yeah, they might face some tax issues. And I know Steve Cohen said that he wasn't or he was fine with the penalties going with the new CBA rules. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And MLB.com just put up the rule. That's one of the articles I just read earlier. Okay. So trying to see if there's any more things on baseball right now. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, let's see. So we got sources. This is from 9 minutes ago from Andy Martino from SNY in New York. Owners' call to ratify the CBA is scheduled for 6 p.m. Free agency will begin immediately after. Holy crap, buckle up. Free agency is going to open up at 6 p.m. 6 p.m., boys. That is, 3:54 right now. That's 2 hours away. 2 hours away. Free agency is going to open up around 6 p.m. My God. My God. Man. 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 I gotta send this to the people I know right here so they can be prepared. They gotta be prepared. Ooh. 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 Oh boy. And now people are saying, where were you where the MLB lockout happened? I'm right here on YouTube. I am right here on YouTube when the lockout ended. Man. I just can't wait to see Bryce Harper. That's what I want. I just want to head down to Citizens Bank Park for baseball. I want to watch this Phillies team, even though I'm going to be prepared for, well, who knows? With the 12-team playoff now, maybe the Phillies do have a chance. Maybe they do have a chance to make the playoffs. Even though they couldn't make the playoffs in the shortened COVID season, maybe this year will be their chance since the expanded playoffs are here. So it's 12 teams now. So that's 6 from each league. So you're going to get I would assume the 3 division winners. And is it going to be 3 wild card winners? Or is it going to be some? I'm not sure how that's going to work. I got to read up on that too, how the 12-team playoff is going to work. I should probably look that up. So let me see this. So 12-team MLB playoff. 12-team MLB playoffs. All right. Okay. What might this is from December. What might a 12-team postseason format look like? Okay. Most likely we'll see division winners stay the same and the postseason be expanded to 12 teams. That would mean 3 division winners and 3 wildcard teams. Okay, that's what I am expecting. Okay. That's what probably I would expect if it is a 12. Well, it is a 12-team postseason, but I'm wondering if that's how it's going to be. So that's going to be really, really interesting right here. We got some more like Jeff Passan memes right here. That's just Ben Verlander driving the Fox studio now. Live emergency pod coming up in a bit. Oh boy, Hunter just posted on here. Absolutely stoked with Bryce Harper's walk-off grand slam against the Cubs. Let's see. Here we go. Jeff Passan just tweeted this 6 minutes ago. The breakdown of the votes make it clear the players wanted to play. Player reps who represent the rank and file voted 26-4 in favor of the agreement. The executive subcommittee made of elected leaders voted 8-0 against it. In the end, all the players' voices were heard in this vote. So it's very, very nice to see. That is nice. And it's exactly when you go to. I just saw someone that said, when a free agency open up around 6 p.m., it's going to be constant refresh of Twitter just to see how many signings are going to happen instantly. And I can't wait to see if the Phillies make some signings tonight. Oh my God, this is going to be an exciting night. We got Sixers tonight. We got Flyers. We got Flyers, sadly. And we got MLB free agency opening up. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a very fun, exciting night. It's going to be a long night, but it's going to be a very exciting night nonetheless. Oh my goodness, I am very excited. I'm so excited. I am. Oh man. I am so excited. And one thing that I wanted to see on here, I wanted to test this something out for some of you guys. I know because apparently on StreamYard, you can play background music now. Like they give you like a list of background music. So before I end this off, I want to like test this up for like future live streams if I do them in the future, just to see if playing some music in the background works. So I want to see. I don't want to play it too loud. So I want to see if this works. Can you guys hear that? I want to test. Like, can you guys hear the music, or is it too loud for you? So the people that are still in the comment section right now, like, is that too loud, or can you like not hear it at all? Because it's like they give you like a set like thing of like background music to use. I'm just like thinking, do I want to test this out right now, or like something? I don't know. Because it is almost 4 o'clock, and we're gonna have a lot of work later tonight as well with the Sixers, with the Flyers, with possibly free agency opening, and Phillies doing any signings tonight or into tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of things to talk about. That's gonna be a very, very fun thing to do. It is, because we got this weekend, we got baseball basically gonna open up this weekend, basically with spring training opening up. It's a little too loud. Okay, I'm gonna lower up a little bit. Maybe put it up on 40. Is 40 fine for you guys? Is that like not too much? Or like should I put it up to maybe like a 50? Like is 50 too much or something? It's just to get something in the background, so it's not like a. Oh, here we go. So Bob Nightingale just posted a 12-team postseason and 9-inning doubleheader, so that's very nice to see. That's nice to see. We don't have the stupid 7-inning doubleheaders now. Hopefully, okay, that's good. Okay, thanks, Ryan. I want to see if okay, let's see what Bob Nightingale wrote. I'm gonna go at it for you. I don't care. Screw you, USA Today. Let me get this thing up. Let me just ad blocker. Let me just pause it on. No, not all sites. No. There we go. Pause on this site. That's what I wanted to do, game. Or not game. Website. Allow ads. I literally just said pause on this site. What do you mean? Pause on this site. There we go. Let me refresh it. My God. I just want to read this article. Okay, so let's see what Bob Nightingale has to write. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The new luxury tax thresholds in the CBA increased to $230 million in 2022, and it'll rise to $232, $236, $240, and $244 throughout the agreement. There was also a third surcharge put in would begin at $290 million. I don't know what that means. Let's see. I'm gonna find the 12-team playoff format. So is that in this article, or is it just saying like what the new luxury tax are going to be? Okay, there was also a third subcharge put in that would begin at $290 million in 2022 and $60 million higher than that base each year to curb runaway spenders such as the Dodgers last year and perhaps the New York Mets this year. Okay, so that's basically what the tax is going to be for, I guess, teams that overspend. I would assume so. That's what it sounds like. And of course, the pitch clock that's going to be implemented. So all the other new rules, like the pitch clock, like the shift, like the here we go. Okay, a restrictive shift forcing all 4 infielders to be on the dirt when the pitch is thrown in large bases. So it sounds like they're not. So every infielder for the shift has to be in the dirt. They can't be doing those like extreme shifts that they do for left-handed pull hitters. They have to be in the dirt. So that sounds like that's what the shift regulations are going to be like, the enlarged bases. Let's see. Can I see the playoff format? You know, I assume it's going to be the 3 division winners and the 3 wild card winners. I just want to see if there's any, update on that, because that was an article written in December. It's March right now. So let me see something here. Okay, and the calendar will be extended by 3 days. And I'm assuming the schedule's not like fully done yet. Mr. 89 saying that here's to another year of blown saves and Hector Neris. Yeah. Mr. 89, if you did not know this, Hector Neris signed with the Houston Astros. He is not on the Phillies anymore. So I understand if you didn't keep up with anything, but he is not on the Phillies anymore. He is on the Houston Astros. He signed a contract before the lockout ended, or before the lockout started. So that's something right there. So, and I know the Phillies, they signed who did they sign? I'm trying to. I know I said his name earlier. Why do I forget this? Why do I forget his name? Free agent tracker. I don't know why I forget this name. I really don't know. I'm sorry about that. So we go to relief pitching. Let me update that. So we got Phillies. Yeah, Corey Knievel. I had that on the tip of my tongue, and for some reason I was doubting myself, saying it wasn't Corey Knievel. I don't know why I was doubting myself with that. Jeff Passan just put, "Hey, remember that time I got hacked on the biggest news day of my life?" Wait, I want to show that to you guys if you didn't see that. So if you go to Jeff Passan on Twitter, hacked. So if we show you the picture of what it was when he got hacked, because it was hilarious. It was very hilarious. I was just like, oh my God, why is he getting hacked right now? That's what it was. He got hacked by someone promoting NFTs. I don't know. Apparently whatever Skull Tunes is, that's what hacked Jeff Passan. I don't know why they would do that, but it was freaking hilarious. It meant everyone remembering hey, is that's just hilarious. It really is. Man, I'm just excited. I am really excited right now. I gotta send that tweet to some other people. Where are we at? Where is Jeff passing that? There we go. Send that there. Man. Okay, everyone. It is 4 p.m. Well, it's past 4 o'clock. It's 4:05 right now. I think it's a good moment to end the stream. Had some fun talk baseball. It's like I said, I wanted this to be more just a traditional stream, just because it was more of an just an exciting time. I wanted to get people's reactions to this. So yeah, like this is more of like a live stream more than a video or anything like that. So I want to thank you everyone for joining here. And honestly, just what are your thoughts? I might do more videos on the home media like in the future, especially if the Phillies do make any more signings. So Mr. 89 says, interesting. Is Roman Quinn still? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be on the Phillies this year. If not, he's more of a minor league. I think the Roman Quinn experiment is done. I don't think we're going to see Roman Quinn more in the future. Like Mr. 89, if we're free agency, it's going to open up around 6 p.m. after the owners discuss and everything is like fully done. But right now, the CBA is agreed upon by the players and everything there. But once all that's done, free agency will open up, and Dave Dombrowski is going to do his thing to get some players here. So look out for guys like Kyle Schwarber or Nick Castellanos, Chris Bryant, all those other type of guys. So definitely just keep your eyes out, because I trust Dave Dombrowski to bring the right people into this organization to make this team better. So like I said, everyone, like I'm going to make some more videos in the future, live streams whatsoever, whatever happens on what the Phillies do. We got a busy night tonight with the Sixers game with the Nets, busy game also with the Flyers, and possible if the Phillies make some signings tonight, that's going to be a very busy night. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. Thank you everyone for joining this live stream. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. And also don't forget to use the code TTP Sports for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And like everyone, like I said, thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you later tonight.